Hey everybody, big welcome back and welcome for the first time if you've never been here before. My name's Mike and I like to make videos about random shit, and today it is about my brand new, just got it this morning, Insta360 One X2. And you may be like, what is that? Or maybe you know what you're looking for, but if not, I'll tell you what it is. It is a 360 action cam that apparently is magic and can float in front of your head like a drone with absolutely no cables, bars, or anything else. It's just magic. It's by magnets. I just made that up. It's got a total pole there, and the pole disappears by magic angulars or something. So this is me ripping it for the first time, and I attached it to a pole to my bike, but unfortunately the mount I have for the bike sucks shit, and you're gonna see me playing with my pole repeatedly throughout the video because it keeps moving around. So the idea was that it was supposed to be center, but every now and then it shifts off to the side, and actually it works out well because I like that view better. And back to the cam. So this is a 360 cam, but generally I think people use it for like this, which is a non-360 video. It just means that you could pan around, and in editing you get to do whatever you want. For this video though, I just left it aimed at me, and when I say aimed at me, it's actually got a tracking function. So basically you stick the camera on the pole or wherever you're doing, and you press record, and it makes a 360 video. And most people know what a 360 video is. Then you put it into the editing software, and you get to edit whatever you want. If you want different angles, looking forward, looking sideways, or looking at yourself. But I like the auto focus one because that's on me. Now, it would have been cool if it hadn't been so muddy and I could have had the pole in my hand, and then you could have got different angles from behind the bike and all this, waving it around. But I'm still a novice bike rider. I've been dirt biking for years and shit like that, but I'm still not fantastic at it. And this was slippery as shit, like liquid shit. And I watch videos of guys on YouTube that can rip through mud, and I don't know, somehow they don't fall over, but when I'm trying to do it, it feels like I'm gonna fall over. That's got nothing to do with the camera. I just wanted to point that out. I don't know. I think this thing is pretty awesome. I'll tell you what, I'm in Canada, and it is, was it like 645 bucks or something delivered to my door on Amazon with the pole, the selfie pole that disappears. The pole's like 27 bucks or something like that. You don't have to get theirs. There are other poles that'll work, but it basically just has to be a long, thin pole, and somehow the camera makes it most of the way disappear. And while you're watching this, you may be watching my one hand guard is all funky and shit. On the way out here, the bolt must have fell off on the highway or some shit, because all of a sudden that's sitting there flopping around. Also, it's raining, which I thought that I was going to get a break in the weather, so I had a shitty rainy ride home. This is some quarries I found on the map when I was looking for trails out in Caledonia, and so I came here once before, but then I forgot how to get where I was going. So back to the topic of the actual camera here. I don't know if there's a way to get rid of the shot on Insta360X, so that may be part of the video that you got to deal with. I'm not really sure, but if so, not that I personally, I don't mind it there. It's not bothering me at all. I could crop in and whatever, but at the same time, you pay like $600 for a camera. You shouldn't be forced to have an advertisement on it, so there might be a setting to get rid of that. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, so I put this pole, the pole extends to, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 feet. I don't have it, it's out on the bike still. But this was probably about 18 inches from me, 18, 20 inches, something like that, nowhere near the full extension of the pole. And what I think is the closer it is to try to do that auto track, it is bending the earth more, like kind of a tiny planet effect, more than it would have had I pulled the pole out further. Then it would have had more I think it would have done better at not curving the earth, because I wasn't really going for that effect. It's cool if you're trying to do a certain kind of action shot or whatever, but by the way, this was the first time riding with my new motocross pants, and guess what? They're good at keeping you warm and stuff, but that rainwater collects in the gooch and that gets wet. So, surprise, this is actually my first time out riding in the rain like this. Although when I went for my motorcycle course, it was like snowing and raining and shit like that. So that was actually good to get over the kind of fear of riding on the wet pavement on the, like, you know, in the rain and shit. So anyway, nothing to do with what we're doing here. Yeah, I was saying before about like the side shot. So I think the side profile is a bit cooler than the forward looking back. And unfortunately, in the editing, I didn't give you guys any sample of spinning the camera around. I will mention that, oh shit, I was going to mention something there. Oh, that it makes the bike look really small. Yeah, anyways, because of the angles on the lens, I was looking at it and it looks like I'm on like some kind of a mini bike or some shit like this. This is actually a full-size motorcycle. It's just kind of the angle. And also, another thing I should mention is that the editing software that's included with the actual camera doesn't seem to have any way of doing like voiceover or much in the way of effects and stuff like that. So I have to do, basically you download it to the phone. So to download this video was like 20 minutes to download it to the phone. Then you import it to the software or whatever, and then like ultimately to make this video, to get it to this point, probably about 45 minutes of screwing around. And then so it's in my Power Director program so that I can do the voiceover, and if I was actually a good YouTuber, I could add like cool effects and stuff like that, but I'm not. I will tell you, if this has piqued your interest and you're actually thinking, oh, this is actually a pretty cool camera, then you might want to watch some other people's review videos, because I'm a shitty reviewer. I'll probably do some review videos in case you want it, if you want to see some functions. It's got some really cool stuff, like I just got to figure it out first. But here we're going to get some on-road action. And this bike is like, it's only a 200cc, so it's not exactly like fast. Kind of when I'm ripping down the highway to get out here, I'm only going like 90, so that's pretty much the top speed I've gone on it. Although you can, I guess, push it up to like a little over 100 kilometers an hour because we're in Canada. But so yeah, I'm loving this angle right here. Well, the downside is that you got to look a bit like a retard with a stick sticking out of the side of your bike. I don't know. Retard, actually, I'm not on. I think because of wokeness, I'm not really supposed to say retard anymore. So I'm going to say you look like a fucking idiot. But it is what it is. I've also learned from motorcycle school you're not actually allowed to attach your cameras to your helmet. Although there is something called a unicorn mount, which looks pretty sick. That's where the Insta360 mounts to your camera, and it gives you like a really, really awesome looking thing. The only problem is like, you know how I said you'd look like a retard? You'd look like a double retard if you've got this big pole sticking out of the front of your camera. But if you're willing to do that, hey, all the power to you. Could be pretty cool. Now, for people that are interested in watching my bullshit, I'll tell you I'm going to be doing a couple of things with this. We are definitely going to be doing a ride through Niagara Falls with this, and also planning on going downtown Toronto, and probably also through Hamilton, through like the alleyways and shit like that. I don't know where I'm going to go. I'm going to go all kinds of places. Port Dover. I don't think I'm going to get there for Friday the 13th because I got to work. But when I'm done work, if the weather's good, if it's looking like it, then I may actually try to zip down there with this thing. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Also, if you're still watching, I'd love it if you would do me a favor and comment "you got me" in the comments, because that means that I managed to get you to watch like basically the whole 10-minute video which I made 10 minutes on purpose so that I could get my ad revenue. When you hit the 10-minute mark, you get better ads or some shit, more money. So anyway, if you want to comment, you got me. I'd love it. And we'll see you guys next time. I appreciate you watching. Peace out.